All right, you guys, so welcome to the branding workshop. I'm super excited you guys are here because I feel like everybody could strengthen their brand. That's going to help them grow their business more, okay? So a lot of people don't even know like what the heck this means. So I'm going to talk about that today. Like, what is branding? Why should you even care? How is it going to help your business? Is it just like another mindless task you have to do? Absolutely not. So I'm going to talk about how it can actually help your business when you work on your branding deliberately, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so you'll be able to see that. All right. And I have a couple slides that I'm going to walk through with you guys. All right, let's present. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that. See my screen. If you can't, let me know. But hopefully, can you guys see my screen? Just confirm with me. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. There was one time I did a workshop where I literally did the entire presentation and no one could see my slides the entire time. I had no clue. So thanks for letting me know. All right, so welcome to the branding workshop with me, Aditi Ramchandani. So today we're going to talk about what is branding, why should you care about it, and then 5 branding questions that are going to help you build your branding and strengthen it for you to be able to grow your business, okay? So a lot of people think a brand is just like the company name or just the logo or maybe the product or the tagline, but a brand is much more than that, okay? A brand, simply put, is a promise. So when people think of your brand, what do they think of? What do they think that they're going to get from you and from your company and from what you provide? And if you go a little bit deeper, a brand is a promise kept. Because are you delivering on what you say you are, right? Because there is a disconnect sometimes with companies where they say they're going to deliver something, but they don't actually. You know I've been in a situation where I just saw an amazing commercial for this company, and I call them excitedly wanting this thing that they advertised, and the customer service representative is totally gloomy, not like at all reflecting what the commercial just showed me. So now I'm feeling a disconnect between the brand. Like, the brand made this promise to me in the commercial, but when I call them, they don't seem to know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm like, what is this, right? So that's when the promise is not kept. So we want to make sure when you're making a promise, you're keeping that promise, which I have no doubt that all of you would do that, but it's just a reminder of what exactly a brand can represent. So a brand can represent a person. A brand is almost like a person. A brand has a personality. A brand has an identity. So what is the identity of your business? What is your brand's personality? What can people expect when they come to your website, when they work with you, when they see you on video, when they interact with you? You know, some people have very aggressive brands. Some people have gentle and soft brands. Some people have very relatable brands. But then also other businesses have brands that are kind of like cut and dry, you know? So every single brand delivers something different. Now, when you get clear on what it is that you're delivering and you communicate that, it makes it a lot easier for your brand to flourish. And I'll tell you why, okay? So why should you care about branding? Why are you guys all here? Why are you spending your evening with me? You've heard about branding before and you think there may be something to it, and there absolutely is. So I'm going to tell you what is there to branding and why should you care. Okay, so first of all, branding strengthens your marketing. So if you're just marketing, just putting stuff out there, letting people know, you know, what you offer, what you do, how they can work with you, but you don't have a strong brand foundation, your marketing is not going to be as effective, okay? And I've seen this firsthand with my clients because the people who come into my marketing course, which is Get Seen, Get Paid, after they do the first week's work, which is the brand tuning, their stuff already starts blowing up because, whoa, they just got like super clear. They understand their business more now, and they're able to communicate it better. And guess what? People respond to that. People respond to when you're clear about what your brand and business is, because then people can receive it. They're like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I get it. Okay, so that's one reason, and most important reason why branding is so important, because at the end of the day, if you're putting all this effort into putting your stuff out there, why not make it stronger through branding it, okay? Now, branding is much more than just colors and fonts and pictures. So all of that stuff matters, but we're not covering that today. I'm gonna go really deep into the stuff that really matters to build your foundation for your brand, okay? So next, branding helps you become clear about your business. Who are you? Why are you doing this work? What is it that you can offer? How can you help people? What are your gifts? So it really helps you get clear on all of that. So when you're clear about it, it's even easier for you to communicate it, and then other people can receive it, like I said earlier. And then branding also allows you to differentiate yourself from others, okay? There's so many health coaches. There's so many like fitness things. There's so many like, now there's lots of healers out there. There's lots of marketing strategists out there. You know, that was one of the things I was really nervous about getting into marketing, because I was like, well, what the hell do I have to offer? I feel like there's already so many marketing people out there. But I realized that the way I approach marketing and that the way I teach marketing is very different. So that's part of what my brand is, that I give you a different experience than what maybe another branding person or another marketing person may give you. So when you actually focus and work on your branding, it gives you that way to differentiate yourself from all the other people who are maybe doing similar work to you. Okay, it allows you to understand what's unique about yourself, and then you can communicate that outwards so people can know why should they come to you versus someone else, or what's unique about you versus someone else. Okay, I truly believe that each and every one of us has our own following that are people who are meant to learn from us. So the more we are deliberate about creating the brand of who we really are and creating that like authentic brand, it makes it easier for them to find you. And that's what brings me to this next point. Branding makes it easier for a client to find you. So if you have an idea of the type of people you want to work with, guess what? Your audience also has an idea of the type of person they want to hire. So if you are able to communicate what type of person you are and what type of business you are and how you work, then they're able to match it up on their checklist for the people that they want to hire and the people they want to invest in. So this is great because, like for me, one thing is, yes, I do marketing, but I love working with, for example, spiritual entrepreneurs because I'm spiritual myself. So when I didn't say this for a while, but when I started saying it, this whole flood of group of people started coming towards me because they were spiritual and they felt like all these other marketing people just didn't get them. But that's what differentiated me, because they felt like I got them. I got their lingo. I understood, you know, what it is to be an empath and to be spiritual and to communicate with the divine, you know. Sometimes all the marketing strategies in the world don't work if you're not following it with your intuition and with your soul's path. I get all of that, you know. So that's kind of what made it easier for people to find me. And it's going to make it easier for people to find you when you get clear on that for yourself. I remember the first person who ever signed up for my angel marketing course, session, she was a shaman who wanted to get on YouTube and to get online. And I was just blown away because I didn't even know what the universe had in store for me, but when she came, I understood that, you know, like kind of what my path is and what type of people I'm meant to work with and who I enjoy working with. And really that branding helps me make it easier for myself to find those people and for those people to find me, okay? And then branding can also create authenticity because it creates an opportunity for you to really show who you are, right? How you are different from everybody else. So this is really interesting because I love this. Often people think the brand is whatever the company decides it is, but it's actually not that. It's actually that the brand lives inside of the mind of the consumer. So in this case, you're the consumer and I'm the brand. So whatever I may try to put out there, how I find out if it's working or not is based on what you guys perceive of me and my brand. Okay, so what people think about your brand and what the brand is lies in the mind of the consumer. So the people who are going to hire you or work with you or buy your products. All right, so how do you measure this? How do you measure if the branding you're doing is actually translating into the mind of the consumer in the way that you want? That's when you do consumer research. You ask questions, you interview people, you find out. I know for me, one of the things that people find is that sometimes my stuff is a little too intense for people to handle, or it's a little overwhelming. Now, I don't want that to be part of my brand. So once I found that out, I've been a little bit more deliberate to make my stuff easier to understand. And, maybe not use as complex, ways to describe things, but trying to make it easier, because I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you guys to feel like this is intense. I want it to be easy for you to grasp so you can implement it. So you can actually tweak your brand along the way as well as you understand how it's being received or perceived by others, okay? So these are the 5 questions that I said I'm going to talk to you guys about, the 5 main questions to do your branding work, okay? So these are the 5 questions you want to ask. And what you can do is you can write down these 5 questions and answer them for yourself. And then one of you guys I'm going to pick to go through it together so you can kind of see how I do it, okay? And how you can do it for yourself as well. So the first question is, why do you do what you do? So if some of you may or may not have watched Simon Sinek's TED Talk, which is Start with the Why. So he actually says people don't buy what you have. They buy because of why you do what you do. So when people can see your passion about why you're doing the work that you're doing, they're more likely to buy from you versus just you saying, hey, I can help you with your marketing. Like for me, why I do what I do is because I don't want people to live lives that they hate. I want them to live lives that literally make them jump for joy. So that's why I'm so passionate about marketing, because I see so many gifted people who could be using their gifts to create a better life for themselves. And I want that because I've been in a life where I really was unhappy in a job that I hated, and I got myself out of it, and I want to help other people do the same because I don't want anyone to feel that way. And that's why I do what I do. It's not just because, oh, I'm good at marketing and I just teach marketing. No, there's a much bigger why behind that, and people are drawn to that passion. So for you, you want to ask yourself, why do you do what you do? Now, when my clients do this exercise, they tend to talk in kind of like third person, and they're like, people should live a passionate life because it's just better, and it's difficult for them to make changes because XYZ. No, you have to bring it back to yourself. That's not the way to do it. So you don't talk about why other people need to change their life, okay? You need to talk about, why are you doing what you're doing? What even got you into this? Did something happen when you were 5 years old that triggered something in you that you became passionate about this? Or maybe something happened to you in high school. So maybe something happened to you in your 9-to-5 job or with a friend or family. There's something deeper about why you do what you do. And I want you to go there. I want you to go deep into that place to where when you write your story, you start getting emotional. That's how deep I want you to go. Okay? If you're not getting emotional, you've probably not gone deep enough. I've literally done this exercise with so many people, and so many people have been in tears as we did this exercise, because you really go to that place of why you're doing this work. Why do you want to do this business? There's something deeper there, and I want you to go deep and find out what that is, because once you figure out that why, you're going to work from that place and you're going to communicate that message to others. And people are going to be so drawn to that passion that you have. All right? So this is the first and most important branding question. Why do you do what you do? And the thing is, these 5 questions are in order. So I don't want you to skip them or jump around. You want to do them in order because each one builds on top of each other. So you want to do this one absolutely first before you go to the next question, okay? So this is question 1. Now the second question is, what business are you in? Now this is a tricky question because it's not as obvious as you think. I'm not in the business of marketing, although you may think that. I'm actually in the business of helping people be proud of who they are and get seen. Okay? So the reason why I'm not in the business of marketing is because marketing is very limited. I actually do much more than that. I help you with your confidence. I help you release blocks. I help you with your business and marketing. I help you feel good about your gift and what you do. And I help you be confident, and I help you set up your structures to get paid. So me just saying I'm in the business of marketing is very limited. So what are you in the business of? Now, here's another example for a company, right? If you think about Uber, when I ask people, what business do you think Uber is in? Most people say they're in the business of transportation, which seems pretty legit, right? I mean, they take people from one place to another, right? So, okay, yeah, it's in the business of transportation. No, actually, and this is going to blow your mind if you haven't heard this before, Uber is actually in the business of connecting 2 types of people. People who have a need and people who have a want. So people who need a ride from one place to another is one group of people. And the other group of people, they want to give people a ride. What? Yes. Actually, Uber is just an app, and it literally just connects 2 parties of people together. So they're actually not in the business of transportation. Weird, right? Mind blown. When I first learned this in grad school, I was like, whoa. And the reason you want to get clear about what business you're in is because as you evolve as a business, the core of what you do will always stay the same. So that's why you don't want to limit to say, oh, I'm in the business of doing Reiki or health coaching. What are you really in the business of? Go back to your why and what you're helping people do. So for me, like I said, I'm in that business of helping people be proud of who they are and get seen. And that's always going to be the case. No matter if I help them with their marketing, if I help them with their confidence, if I help them with a little bit of healing, whatever it is, that is always what I'm in the business of. Okay? So this one can be a little tricky, but hopefully my explaining it will help you. And then I'm going to show you guys some examples as well. Okay? All right. What is your mission? So again, everything's going to build on top of each other. So from this point forward, you may see some things repeating itself when you actually write it out. And that's totally okay. It's just helping you get clear on why you do what you do, what your mission is, and etc. So again, your mission will build off of what are you in the business of. So whatever you're in the business of, it's likely that your mission is to accomplish whatever you're in the business of. Okay, so that builds off of that. Now, what is your elevator speech? Now, I know you all know exactly what this is, right? Your elevator speech is when you meet somebody at a networking party or out somewhere, even at a family party, and they ask you, what do you do? What do you say? Now, a lot of my clients get really screwed up here because they have so many talents and so many gifts, and they don't know how to package it all together into one thing. Now, what I typically say is you want to bucket everything under an umbrella of something. So one of my clients during the last round of Get Seen, Get Paid, she had so many healing gifts. And she also called herself a medical intuitive. Now, when I looked at all of the things she did, the medical intuitive actually fit as a nice umbrella for everything she did. It fit very nicely within it. So then we decided to go with that. She started calling herself a medical intuitive to sum it all up, because everything else she did was all helping with medical related healing. So if you have a lot of gifts, here's a time to kind of condense it or find a way to say it. Now, if you have two things you do that are kind of different, you can say up to 2 different things. All right. I had another client who did a lot of spiritual teaching. So we summed it all up under saying I'm a spiritual teacher. Okay. For me, I say I'm a marketing strategist and confidence coach. So those, you can say up to 2 things, but when it becomes 3 things, 4 things, it's a little too much. You want to condense that. So your elevator speech will change over time. Why? Because your elevator speech actually includes the how. Okay. So the last couple ones, what business you're in and your mission, it does not necessarily include the how. But in the elevator speech can change. Whereas the other ones are pretty much going to be your solid brand foundation. This is the only one that can be updated. So you can say, you know, I'm a medical intuitive who works with clients through teaching classes and doing one-on-one work. So you see how I included the how, the teaching classes and doing one-on-one work. Okay, I am a theater arts specialist. I own a studio where we teach students how to awaken their creativity. Great, you included the how. So in your elevator speech, you can have the how of how you work. So for me, whether that's my marketing, my angel Reiki, my life coaching, I can include all of that in here if I want. But this is what you're going to be able to say out loud when you're around people. And I've seen that people struggle with this the most. So what is your core message? Your core message is going to be a very simple statement that's just one sentence, okay? This is not going to be paragraphs, and it's not going to be a long run-on sentence. If you are able to create a core message based on everything we just did, so that's why the core message is last, because it's going to be a very simple sentence. The client that I worked with earlier today, her core message, after we did all this work through these 5 questions, we realized that her main message is honor your gift, live your dream. See, it's very simple, very short, to the point, and it has like a bam to it. Like it's like, whoa, okay. Another one of my clients was find your inner harmony and live a harmonious life. Find your inner melody and live a harmonious life. So there's so many different ways that you can create your core message, but this is the last step. And this is something that, you know, you can have on your website. You can have on your Facebook cover page. A very simple BAM statement that literally sums up what you're all about, okay? So that is the core message. All right, so this is a slide I stole from one of my Get Seen, Get Paid decks. So this is a sum of the 5 questions, okay? What is your why? What business are you in? What is your mission statement? What is your elevator speech? And what is your core message? Now, what is this gonna do for you? It's gonna tune up your brand. It's gonna help you get clear on what you're doing, why you're doing it, and you're gonna be able to clearly communicate it. All right. When my clients do this activity, it's the hardest one they've told me that they do in the whole course of Get Seen, Get Paid, but it's the most beneficial one, most one that pays back. Why? Because you can use all of this information for your website, for your blogs. You can create videos. You get a lot of content ideas out of doing this work. And you just are more clear on your brand, especially by having your core message. You're like, whoa, yes, this sentence sums up what I'm all about. You know, because sometimes when people ask you these questions, you start rambling, and we don't want that for you. We don't want you to ramble, and we don't want people to lose your attention. You want to grab their attention with short, succinct ways of being able to answer all these questions. You can use it for your website. You can use it for client conversations. One of my clients...
I'm listening to a that I need to get, and I can't hear it.
Just mute yourself because we can hear you. All right, I just muted everybody. All right, so where was I? So one of my clients in Get Seen, Get Paid 2 rounds ago, she actually, as soon as she finished the brand tuning exercises, she used it for one of her emails to one of the people who are inquiring about her courses. And guess what? That client signed up within 24 hours because my client was so clear about what she is, what she does, and what she offers, and it was just irresistible for the client to not sign up. Same thing, another one of my clients, she posted on Facebook, I think, what her mission was, and with a picture. And she got like over 100 likes. And she was like, Aditi, I've never gotten this much traction on one of my business posts before. I was like, because you've gotten clear now and people can receive that. All right. So you will see the traction when you get clear and you answer these questions and you do this work. You will see your brand and your business enhance and grow. And you'll all of a sudden, people will start paying more attention to you. It's pretty amazing how it works. All right, so now let's dive into this in practice. So I'm going to look at the chat box. I'll give you guys one last chance if anyone wants to jump in and be picked to do the exercises live with me for your business. So right now I have Karen and Nikkei in here. So is there anyone else? If there is, just type me in the chat box if you want me to include you in the pick, because I am going to pick out of a hat. Not literally a hat. Do I have a hat here? Okay, I do have a hat, just for fun sake. And it's my graduation hat. It says, make your own magic. I love that. All right, so it looks like Karen or Nikkei. All right, let's see. Who is meant to get it? All right, Nikkei. Your name came up. Are you there? You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Awesome. All right, so let's dive in. Can you still see my screen okay?
I can.
Okay, perfect. So let's go into here. So as you guys, I want you guys to really pay attention to how I do this with Nikkei, because you can do this for yourself as well. And see how I ask her questions, okay? And then I'm gonna take questions at the end. All right, so based on timing and how long it takes, I'm gonna do as much as we can get through, but I can't guarantee we're gonna get through all of it. Because sometimes some people's why takes a really long time, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna see where you are. Okay, so Nikkei, and am I saying your name right? Nikkei?
You are.
Okay, perfect. So tell me, Nikkei, why do you do what you do?
I wrote down, I do what I do because I'm a fighter. I love what I do. I like knowing that I'm protecting people from the big guy, okay? And I like the challenge.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so right now, okay, I do what I do because I'm a fighter. I love what I do. I like knowing that I'm protecting people from the big guy. I like the challenge. So right now, your why is very surface level, okay? We need to go deeper.
Okay.
Tell me, well, first, what do you do? Because I'm not familiar with it.
I'm a tax accountant. I specialize in IRS issues.
Okay, what got you interested in doing this work in the first place?
Someone came to me with a tax problem that they had. They had not filed their taxes in years, and the explanation he gave was like heartbreaking. It was like, I can't sleep. I'm afraid they're going to come knocking on my door. You know, I've got all of this stuff piled up, and you know, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. And for me, I like putting together puzzles. And to me, it was like a puzzle. It was, okay, well, let's get all of the stuff that you've got. let's paint the picture. Let's see where, you know, what's happening, and let's match what I'm creating to what they're saying is happening. It was just like putting together this puzzle to me. And I could see the pieces. I could see what was missing. I could see what was wrong, you know, and it was my first time ever dealing with the IRS one-on-one. And, you know, I won, you know, I was able to say, hey, no, this balance is supposed to be zero. It's not, you know, and when I got that win, I was like, yes, you know, I can do this. So I don't know. It was that instant. And then him saying to me, oh my God, thank you so much. It was like, okay, I did it.
Have you always been a helper in your life?
All the time.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, so let's go deeper into that. What do you remember a time where you helped someone that kind of triggered that in you, that I like doing this?
Yeah. My name is Nikkei. It means to take care.
Oh, wow.
It means to take care. You know, and the time that I remember, it's just, you know, it brings up in me, you know, there was this older gentleman at the pool we were at, and these guys pushed him into the pool, and he couldn't swim. And, you know, you could see the fear in his eyes. He couldn't swim, and they pushed him in the pool, and they thought it was funny. I was a little girl, you know, and I remember running over there and saying, why would you do that? Like, that's so awful. And trying to pull this grown man out of the pool. You know, I don't know. When I see people in trouble, I'm just like, oh my God, no, I've got to do something. I cannot just stand here and watch this happen.
Was there a time when you were not cared for?
Yes.
That makes you feel like, I never want anyone to feel like this, to how I feel.
Yes.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're trying to tell someone that you're in this situation, that something is hurting you, or that you're afraid of something. And it's like they don't, you know, it's the feeling of them not caring, the to see that you're talking, and it's almost like you're talking to a brick wall. You know, I can't fathom it. I don't see how people can do that. How can you know? And I don't know if I'm going, you know, deep enough, but
we're getting there.
Okay, yeah. I just, you know, I don't see how. I just can't. I can't do it. It's almost like, you know, my mother says sometimes you don't mind your business, and I'm like, well, I feel like this is my business. You know, I can't sit here and see this happening. Like, I am gonna stand. If I've got to stand up for you, you won't do it for yourself. Well, I'm going to do it for you, you know? One of those.
So how did you feel when you were kind of trying to ask for help and you weren't getting it? Or just how did you feel in that moment when you felt like you needed that help?
Defeated. You know, heartbroken, very heartbroken, very heartbroken. And I think it hardened me. And it just kind of, you know, it hardened me. It did. Made me a lot tougher. Made me kind of wrap my emotions up and say, okay, I'm just going to throw these over here to the left because they don't serve me, you know?
Would you say you felt alone?
I did, but I've always felt alone in a sense for some reason. Big family, but I always felt like alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you see where we're going with this?
Mm.
Are you resonating with it?
To feel, yeah.
Okay, so do you see the difference of how this is kind of like on the outside, it sounds like everyone else in a way. But this, whoa, we just got personal. We just got deep. Now I feel like I know you. I get you. I see your brand. And I feel like you won't leave me alone because of this experience you went through. I just trusted you a little bit more now.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
See that?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I remember telling someone, and I would even love if we can get deeper here, but if you can't think of an example right now, you can do it afterwards. And I remember telling someone that I needed their help, and I felt that I was talking to, I felt alone, defeated, heartbroken. This made me tougher, and in that moment I decided I never wanted anyone to feel alone if I could help it. Because we don't want people to think that you can help them with everything. But it's what you're good at. Whatever you're good at, you can help them with. When I see people showing, this is why I'm passionate. And I'll email this to you later so you'll have it. This is why I'm passionate about helping people with my expertise in any way that I can. So this is the before. This is the after. So you're a tax accountant. Do you like do coaching and stuff with it, or is it strictly like you do tax stuff?
Right. Well, sometimes I feel like a babysitter. So I guess I won't say babysitter, but I feel like I have to coach. I have to hold their hands. There's this fear, it's always like, oh my God, there's dread. So I don't do any coaching right now. It's all just the tax work. It's all just give me the issue, let me sort it out and try to start, kind of chipping away at it.
Okay. So do you see that transitioning to more than just finances?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you, if we were to, from the examples I gave earlier, what would you say you're in the business of? If we were to take it in terms of what you're really helping people with, outside of like just what's obvious.
What it is. I'd say what I wrote down was I'm saving people. I'm reducing their stress. I'm comforting them and making them feel safe.
Okay.
I'm comforting them and giving them a place of safety with me, because you have to trust someone to give them all of your financial information and say, please fix this. There's got to be a serious level of trust there.
Absolutely. What was the word you used? Creating something safety?
Comfort, a place of safety. I'm just giving them a safe haven, a safe place to kind of say, okay, this is my situation. And a lot of times they feel, they're embarrassed, they're embarrassed by it. They don't know how they ended up with the situation. And sometimes, they'd be surprised that sometimes it's not even their fault, So I guess I'm I'm just making them safe, making them comfortable, reducing their stress.
Yeah. Okay. So I wrote, I'm in the business of comforting people, providing a place of safety, and then helping them through it, because you do help them through it.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And what I like about this is not limited to just tax. So if your business evolves into more than that, you're still in the same business.
Gotcha.
Okay. So whether you start doing coaching or whatever. So like I said earlier, for everybody who's watching, the first 3 questions are pretty much never going to change, because right now we're building your brand foundation. Your elevator speech is what will change, because sometimes your modality will change. Like right now, she's a tax accountant, but she may change that later. But at the end of the day, the base of what she's doing is she's helping people, she's comforting them, helping them get through their situation. That's always going to be the case. Okay? Okay, so my mission is to...
I actually didn't write anything there because I was like, I have absolutely, my mission is to I almost say that I want to get you to a place that's, and this is what I usually say to them when they ask, I say, well, at the end of the day, I just want to get you to a place that's comfortable, a place where you feel like, whew, okay, I reined that one in, I kind of tamed that stallion because it was wild,
Yeah.
So I was like, I have absolutely no idea how to phrase that.
So the cool thing is, as we go down through these exercises, some of it will repeat. So we can use some of what we used in the last one. So you can say, like, my mission is to provide a place of safety for people in need, maybe, and help them get to a comfortable place. So that can be your mission.
Okay.
And again, this can be so many things. And the reason I'm passionate about the mission being flexible, for example, ESPN, they were very smart. The ESPN, the channel, they used to say that we provide sports entertainment on television. But guess what? Television is not the only way to watch sports now. People can stream it on their laptops. They can watch it online. So what does that mean? That means their business is going to fall apart if they built it all around just being on TV. So they actually changed their mission to say, we will provide sports entertainment to wherever our sports fans are. So now their mission is open-ended, which means that gives them the room to move along with how the world evolves. So your mission statement allows you to change as you move along and how you evolve and as the world evolves. Your mission is always to provide people, who knows, maybe one day you'll have a shelter for people. I don't know. It can be it can translate into so many things. Or maybe you'll run workshops, or maybe you will, have a tax nonprofit. All of it is, your mission doesn't change. You're still doing the same thing.
Right.
Okay. So that's why your mission is something that pretty much stays with you forever, because this is what you do. And you're not limiting it to, I do tax services. Because then if you try to evolve as a person into a new business, then you're screwed. You're like, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to start over. But you don't have to start over, because now your brand foundation of who you are as a person and what your brand is as Nikkei is built. We're building that.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So here is where it would be to your present time. So over here, you may say, okay, I'm a tax. Do you call yourself, is it tax accountant, you said?
I do. My elevator pitch, especially when I'm on Periscope, is, hi everyone, my name is Nikkei. I'm a tax accountant specializing in tax issues. And then I say, so if you're someone who has not filed your taxes in years, or if you're receiving notices from the IRS, I am your woman. And basically that's what I've been saying.
Okay, perfect. So you got this one down.
Oh, awesome.
I'm a tax accountant specializing in tax issues. What else did you say? I'll just write it for you.
Specializing in tax issues. So I say, if you're someone who's not filed your taxes in years, or if you're receiving notices from the IRS, I am your woman to call, or, I tell them to contact.
So you're working specifically with people who are kind of in trouble with IRS?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's like your niche, okay.
So yeah, so either they're in trouble or they've not yet, they just haven't filed their taxes. So they're not necessarily in trouble, but they know either they're going to owe or something's happening. So that's what's stopping them from filing their taxes. They may have started a business, and so now they're generating all this income, and they weren't prepared for the shift,
So again, I'm just going to put this note for you. This is ever changing. So, if you decide to be a finance coach, you can change this, but all of this is still going to be the same.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's look at what your core message would be. So based on what you've seen here, so let me give you an example of some more core messages, everybody. So here's some core messages. So in the beginning, someone wrote this whole thing, but if you were to sum it all up, so my core message is that each individual wants to be self-empowered and have the tools to live a life that is filled with love and joy in every aspect of their lives. Essentially, she was saying empowerment is just one choice away. So we just made it into a BAM statement where it's all summed up. And same here before. She said, one of my clients, I'm here to remind people that they're loved. They are allowed to love themselves by treating their bodies, mind, and spirit with respect. Essentially what she was trying to say, based on all the other work we did with the other questions, she was trying to say when you live clean, you live happy. So we were able to condense it into like a BAM statement, and she loved it. Both of my clients love this new core statement that they have. So for you, where are we? Okay, here. So for you, your core message.
Yeah, and I left that one blank too because I was like, I don't know how I would just sum that up. It's just, you know, I like to tell people, listen, do not be afraid of it. Don't run from it is what I try to tell them. Do not run from it. We got to face this head on. Here it is. You know, here we are in a country where we've got to pay taxes or whatever, you know, and so we know we've got to do it. Don't run from it. You're just making the problem worse.
So what about something along the fact of you are not alone? And comfort is near, because that's kind of like, I don't know if that's exactly it, but I feel like this is kind of what you're trying to say. You're like in your why, and then also with your tech stuff and in your mission, you want people to know that they're not alone.
I love that. You are not alone. And that is it. You don't have to go through this by yourself. You don't have to, you know, don't be afraid. I've got your back, you know, like seriously, I've got your back.
Yeah. So, and then you can decide if you want to do something with the comfort is available or the safety thing, or if you want to just keep it, you are not alone.
Yeah. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah. I do. I love that. I just love that you are not alone.
Yeah. And like literally you can have a Facebook cover for your profile and have that core message saying you are not alone. And then, you know, you can say something about you helping people with taxes and be like, let me help you. Contact me here.
Right. Oh, this was awesome.
Oh my God. Good. Okay, so if you want to email me, and then I can email you back all of these exercises. That's my email.
Okay.
And then for everybody else, I'm going to, does anyone want to say anything? How was that for you to watch? Was that helpful for you to know how to do this for yourself? If you guys can put it in the chat box, that would be great. Now, if you want help doing this for yourself, if you guys saw how powerful it is when you actually do it with me live, as well as just having the instruction for it, it makes a big difference, okay? So you guys were able to see me have the conversation with her, and you can ask yourself those same questions. So are you ready to make your brand bigger, bolder, and more noticed? If so, it's time for you guys to get seen and get paid. Now, as you guys know, or you may not know, this is my 6-week signature program, marketing program that helps you get seen and get paid. And the exercise you just saw me go through is actually what we do deep in the first week of Get Seen, Get Paid. So 11 business owners have already gone through this course. I've run it twice. And they're already getting seen and getting paid right now because they got clear on their brand, and we worked through a lot of other things on their business. So are you guys ready for this to be you? I don't know where you may be in your business journey, but I know that everyone can get seen more than they are right now, which means you will get paid more, because the more you're seen, the more you'll get paid. That's what has worked for me. The more I put myself out there, the more I've taught free classes, the more I've engaged with people outwardly, people have contacted me to hire me to help them with their business. So this has become my philosophy and what I teach. I teach you guys how to get seen so you can get paid as well, all right? So here's an example and pictures of all the students who've gone through my course already. I had class 1 and class 2. So it's a 6-week self-study intensive marketing course. It's at $495. So what this includes, it includes all the video instruction, emails, you'll get the PDF slides to keep, and you're also going to get 1 month of the Angel Marketing Club for support. Now what the Angel Marketing Club is, I basically teach classes in there exclusively for the people who are part of the club, and I also have office hours. So just how we're on the Zoom right now, you guys can come in, do the work in the course, and then you can come ask me questions live. So for example, how I went through these exercises with Nike, if you needed help on your brand tuning deeper, you can bring it to the Q&A call, and I can help you live with your activities, okay? So what Get Seen, Get Paid includes is brand tuning, which is the first week. The second week is audience clarity. So we get clear on your audience, who you're trying to reach. Why is this important? Because if you try to reach everybody, if you try to speak to everybody, you're not going to reach anyone, okay? That's why it's important to be clear on your audience. And then there's a video lesson for all of these. So then visual bravery is the third week, where we really focus on working on your visibility fears. Now you won't find this in any other marketing course, because I haven't seen it anywhere, and people don't usually talk about this. You know, how do you get over your fears of, you know, being seen? Maybe you don't want to be seen, but you realize you have to do it in order to build your business. So how do you move through those fears of being seen, those fears of success? We cover that in week 3, all right? Then in week 4, this was a section that I added in that I realized all of the people who were in it needed, because they didn't know how to set up the business structure in order to be seen and in order to be paid. So we cover both parts. That week is a 2-part series where we first talk about how to set up your business structure to get seen, and then how to set up your business structure to get paid, because it can kind of get confusing. So I go over that in week 4, and then in week 5, we do marketing strategies. So it's funny, right? You think that in a marketing course, the marketing strategies should be the entire thing. But I teach integrated marketing communications. That's what my graduate degree is in. And integrated marketing communications actually is a process that is from beginning to end. So your marketing isn't just posting on Facebook, doing a class, emailing it out. Marketing starts all the way at the beginning of you're building your brand foundation. So this entire thing is actually marketing, but the last part is actually those marketing strategies that you're probably well familiar with, but you're confused about where to start, what to do, what works, what doesn't work. And everything I included in here is everything that I've done and that has successfully worked for me to build my business. I'm in my 5th month now, full-time running my business. I have no other jobs, okay? This is huge because I never thought I'd be able to do this fast. I thought it would take me like 2 to 3 years before I could get here, but I literally graduated from my program in December. I was in school full-time, and I went full-time in my business in January. And I was doing my business part-time for 3 months before that. So I did start it in September, okay? So if you guys think that, you know, it's not possible for you, it is, because I am living proof, literally. And if you guys have been around, you've seen me grow through the past couple of months, and you've seen everything I've been doing. I've been doing Get Seen, Get Paid, and I've been doing one-on-one coaching. And literally everything in here is everything that works, everything that I've done, and you've seen my clients getting results from it too. So you're going to leave the course feeling clear about your brand. So if you saw Nikkei, she was feeling very good about her brand and excited about it. That's how you'll feel about your brand as you go through the course. You'll feel confident about your gift and your brand, okay? Because there's some activities in the course that are going to put you out there that will make you feel more confident about your gift, which you'll find out inside of the course. You're going to be able to clearly communicate who you are and what you do. So, you know, through doing the elevator speech exercise and also doing the audience clarity, you're going to be able to clearly communicate it. I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with clearly communicating. So you're going to be able to do that after this course. You're going to be clear about the audience that you're serving and who you want to work with. You're going to get the steps to set up your business structure, like I mentioned earlier, to get seen and to get paid. So those are two separate parts, okay? Then you're going to get guidance on what to offer. A lot of my clients and students are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Should I offer one-on-one services? Should I offer a course? Should I offer XYZ? So I break down all of that in there. So you get an idea of what it is that you can offer. And then you'll also leave feeling confident with 10 specific marketing strategies that I've used to build my business from scratch, which I go over in the course. Okay, so again, it's a 6-week self-study intensive marketing course. Now, remember that I said that the investment was $495, which it is, but I have a surprise for you because tonight and for 48 hours, I'm going to be offering it for only $297, okay? This is the first time I'm running it self-study, and since I'm launching it today, I wanted to give you guys a chance to get in at a cheaper investment, and you're going to get the entire course tomorrow. So if you get this tonight, I'll send you all the course materials tomorrow, and you'll get the emails every single week so you can go through it on your own. All right, and then you'll have access to the Angel Marketing Club where you can come to me and ask me questions live. So you'll have that support as well. All right, so this course is $495 self-study, but just for right now, I'm offering it for $297. So if you guys are like, whoa, really enjoyed this marketing branding workshop, enjoyed the work that Aditi did, all of that is inside the course and 10 times more. What I went through today with Nikkei was just a glimpse of what's in week 1 of the course, okay? And each week builds upon each other. So if you are interested and you're ready to really excel in your business and take it to the next step, you've been feeling stuck, you don't know kind of what direction to take next, even if you've been in business for a while, because I have had some people go to the course who already have a business, but they've never done those powerful branding exercises, and it's literally catapulted their business from just getting clear on their brand. So, and one of my clients have even said just the first 2 weeks is worth the investment for the entire course. So this is the only time you'll be able to get it at this low of a price. If you guys want this, you can go ahead to paypal.me/ADDR/297, and I'll know that you're getting Get Seen, Get Paid, and I will send you access to that. Now, if you're like, you know what, this is great, I've done self-study courses, but I really need some more hand-holding, like how I did with Nikkei, I have that available too. So again, Get Seen, Get Paid, we do brand tuning, audience clarity, visual bravery, business structure, marketing strategies. $297 for only 48 hours, and the link is there, paypal.me/ADDR/297, okay? So if you want to do both together, you can do Get Seen, Get Paid, and one-on-one business coaching with me. So you guys know I'm doing the May Mackdown program. You may or may not know, I'm doing May Mackdown, where I'm really getting tough on everybody this month and getting them in place in their business. I had 2 client calls today, and they were like, damn, Aditi, you are not playing games. I was like, no, I'm not. If you don't do this work by next week, we're not having a session. So if you guys want to get shit done, now is the time to get into this program, because I will kick your butt and help you get shit done. All right. So here's what you're going to get as a part of that. If you're like, oh my God, I'm just tired of being stuck, I just need someone to guide me. Now is the time to get into my Made Mac Done program. All right. So with this, you will get seen, get paid, but you'll also get 4 private sessions with me, unlimited email support, which only my clients get. I'm going to also throw in a webinar starter kit so you can understand how to do your own webinars. You're going to get access to my private client tech trainings, and you're going to get 3 months Angel Marketing Club in addition. So even after we're done working together, you'll have that support to continue building your business. Now, the investment for this is $19.95 or 3 payments of $665. Now, if you guys have been around, you guys know I just had my birthday last week and my prices are going up. So this is your last time to work with me for less than $2,000 for one of these one-on-one business coaching packages, okay? Now, if you feel that you can pay in full, I have an offer for you that will give you a discount of what it is here. So if you guys are interested in that, you want to email me about it at aditi@amplifywithaditi.com. All right, so if you guys are ready to get results in your business and you're tired of absorbing all of these things everywhere, let me help you, because I can pick up on energies of things. I can direct where the energy is better to go. For example, one of my clients was pricing something and the energy was all off for the price that she said for it. And she said, you know, I felt like it was off too. So I was able to pick up on the energy of it. And she said, I wasn't feeling good about this price either, and you just confirmed that for me. So I can help you with the direction of your business, where to focus your efforts. If you need to set up your website, I can give you direction on that, what to write, where to put things, what should you do, how do you get clients, how do you put yourself out there, organize your business, whatever it is that you need. And if it's working through some of your blocks, some of my sessions with my clients are literally working through our fears of getting seen. What is my family gonna think? What's gonna happen now, etc. Okay, so whatever it is the support you need, I'm here for you. And I have 1 spot left for my Made Mac Done, which is this program. So if you guys want to get in on it, definitely get in on it. My prices are going up next week. All right. So that is kind of an overview of what's happening. Do you guys have any questions at all about anything? Whether it's about the options to work with me, whether it's about get seen, get paid, the one-on-one coaching, or about the branding exercises we did today. Do you guys have any questions in anything? You can unmute yourself. You can put it in the chat box. You can do any of the above. So Nikkei, how are you feeling about your brand now that we went through that?
Yeah, I was actually just typing. This was great. I never would have thought to, yeah, definitely go that deep into it. Yeah, no, you I don't know. I guess you just kind of, you kind of, well, for me, going at it blind anyway, you know what you know, and what you don't know, I guess you just,
yeah.
you ask for help.
Yeah. And when you speak from that place, when you're clear on your why, people can feel it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People can feel that passion. And like, you do have a very nurturing energy, and why not communicate that as your brand? It'll only enhance it. And people who are drawn to that will want to work with you.
Awesome. Awesome. I feel great about it. I mean, I'm gonna even try just kind of using this core message tomorrow on one of my scopes. It's like, and that's it. I mean, that's exactly it. You're not alone. And I really want people to know that. Like, you can, call me, I really want them to feel like, because it's almost as if I can feel their pain. I can feel that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so, okay, I got you. I can handle this. You know what I mean? And I want them to know. So you are not alone is perfect.
Good. I'm so glad. And see how excited you are? Like, that's what I love about the brand tuning exercises too, is we get really excited. And all of my clients, just like the way they're like, oh my God, this is great. Oh, this is awesome. And then you take that passion with you and you work on your business and you get results. So even just the enthusiasm, it just makes me so happy to hear you so excited about your brand, you know? Before you were like, yeah, I'm a fighter. I love what I do. And now you're like, yes, you are not alone. So I love that. I love that. So,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
as you know, if you're interested in going deeper with it, this is just the beginning of what's in Get Seen, Get Paid. You know the special is there, $297. If you're interested, hop on that, and you'll get a lot more of this in there.
Awesome.
You just got a glimpse of what's in the course.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yay! Well, thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable and being picked and putting yourself out there. That takes a lot of guts too. So. All right, so just a reminder, you guys, paypal.me/AditiR/297. And when it comes through, I will know that you are getting Get Seen, Get Paid, and I will send you the materials tomorrow. All right, so if there are no other questions, I think Sukhdev, that's you. Do you have any questions, thoughts, comments? I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, you're so welcome. Nikkei said, this was great. Thank you. You're very welcome. Awesome. Well, now I'm sitting in the dark because the sun has gone down. But it was super fun hanging out with you guys. I've actually never done the brand tuning exercises live in public before, so this was new for me too and fun. I've always done it one-on-one with clients, and I look forward to supporting you guys, look forward to working with you. As you guys know, I'm passionate about you living your dream and your purpose, because I believe we all deserve to be happy and having a life that makes us jump for joy, because you're worth it, okay? So thank you so much, and thank you for giving me the space to work with you all, and I'll catch you guys soon and talk to you guys later. Love you so much. Bye.